When did you realize your family was using you? When I discovered that my siblings had been planning to put our elderly father in a nursing home and split his property while I was spending my savings caring for him full time. Dad had dementia and needed constant supervision. My brother Mark and sister Sarah lived across the country and visited maybe twice a year. I quit my job and moved back home to take care of Dad 24/7. It meant giving up my apartment, my career, and basically my entire life at 32. Mark and Sarah were so grateful that I was handling everything. They'd call occasionally to check in and praise me for being such a devoted daughter. For 2 years, I used my savings to pay for Dad's medications, groceries, and home modifications. My siblings promised they'd help with expenses but always had excuses. "We'll reimburse you later," Mark would say. "Just keep track of everything." Sarah would send $100 here and there, acting like it was a huge sacrifice while I was spending thousands monthly. I never questioned it because I thought we were all just doing our best for Dad in different ways. Then I found a group text thread on Dad's old phone that he'd accidentally been included in. Mark and Sarah had been texting each other for months, discussing their plan to sell Dad's house and split the money. "Just let Emma keep playing caregiver," Sarah had written. "It's saving us a fortune in nursing home costs." Mark replied, "Yeah, she's too emotional to think straight. Once Dad passes, we'll split everything 50-50 and she can figure out her own life." They'd calculated that my free caregiving was saving them $8,000 monthly in professional care costs. The worst part was discovering they'd already contacted a realtor and had Dad's house appraised without telling me. They were planning to put him in the cheapest nursing home they could find as soon as I burned out from caregiving. I screenshot every message and started planning my own exit strategy. The next week, I told my siblings I was having a mental breakdown and couldn't care for Dad anymore. They panicked and flew in immediately, expecting to quickly arrange the nursing home placement they'd already researched. That's when I dropped the bomb. I'd spent the previous week consulting with an elder care attorney using Dad's money. I showed them the legal documents establishing me as Dad's primary caregiver and power of attorney, something I'd quietly arranged months earlier. I also revealed that I'd been documenting their financial abandonment and had evidence of their plan to exploit Dad's assets. "Since you think I'm too emotional to think straight," I said, showing them the screenshots, "I guess you won't mind that I'm emotionally deciding to keep Dad's house in trust for his care." Their faces went white as they realized I'd outplayed them completely. I had legal control of Dad's finances and property. They had no claim to anything while he was alive, and I could ensure his money went to his actual care. Mark tried to threaten legal action, but the attorney had already confirmed that their abandonment and my documentation made any challenge pointless. Dad lived 3 more comfortable years in his own home with professional care that I arranged using his money, not mine. When he passed, the house sold and the money went to the Alzheimer's Foundation, exactly as Dad had wanted when he was lucid. My siblings got nothing except the knowledge that their greed had cost them their inheritance and their relationship with me. Sometimes the best revenge is just being smarter than the people who think you're stupid.